Hello, good afternoon, Trevor. Welcome back to Forex Black Box on my channel. And quick update today. Sorry I didn't do a video yesterday. I don't need to do video every day, guys. The market moves, and I only talk about the day, so the following day is not going to be much of changes. So probably I will be doing something different than only analyzing the market. I will pick up one of the pairs and try to break it down from the bigger time frame to the low time frame. So it's going to be one of the pairs of one I'm doing every day. Quick update anyway at the market itself. S&P 500 basically went down and come back up of news of Russia trying to do some vaccines. However, this is just news to push the market. The market is already was pushing down to push back up. The market didn't just come around here to say goodbye and go back down from here. No, I think we're gonna see that come back up very strong, and we're gonna print a new high. That's definitely is going to happen. There's still buyer in the market. The reason being is you don't really see big drop happening or big red candle or candles. So you see here on the daily itself is, we really have a failure here as well. If you see that there's a failure, definitely a big failure. Every time the failure is smaller than the previous low, that's indication of seller exiting positions and buyer just again. Okay, we didn't really come near the 20 moving average either, so that's definitely going to continue up. Probably with Friday we're going to break that high, then we're going to close up there, then Monday probably come back down again and try to test the breakout, then we'll continue back up. On the lower time frame, let's just browse hourly straight away. You see that the day is open, that's the pivot. The day is open and keep going down. We'll break the first resistance, support. We'll try to break it here. We hold it a little bit and we collapse from there. Second one, we see follow up of support in this price. Push the way up to first support or resistance. Come back up again. 20 moving average. Come back again. I give you 1, 2 here. 1, 2, 3. Probably 4. Probably 5. Let's see how the day is going to close. We still have a few hours before the day is over. So this is looking really good. We'll have a 1, a 2. Probably going to have a failure here. We'll continue 3 up. I know that also on the other hand, we've got a 0, we've got a 1, we've got a 2, we've got a 3. Do you think that's going to happen by Friday? Don't think so. Friday is going to be low liquidity. So far we open here. That's the opening. We're right now above the opening, so it's a dodgy candle as you saw earlier. So that is definitely going to continue back up. Maybe we'll see in the next couple of hours bull back to the breakout point. Then we're going to open higher. So the goal is to go to R2, which is going to break out, and then probably going to see some small pullback. We'll continue back up. Very interesting. Since yesterday, coming back up with more than 50% as well. That's another thing to do, to keep your eye on. Also, we touched the pivot point and we bounce down. So what we're looking for now in 1 hour time frame, we're looking for 120 moving average to be held and continue back up to R1. Let's see if that's going to happen today, or we're going to go back down again, or we're just going to swing up again, because we'll have nice 3 hours as well, a big momentum. In the last 4 candles, multiplied by 4 hours each, is keep pushing up. We touch the pivot and we bounce down again. Probably the following 4 hours is going to push up a little bit and we hold down above the pivot. There will be a good indication for continuation back up. A V shape as well to keep in mind. Pull back and continue. Also, tomorrow's Friday, right? Nasdaq, it was a great trade for me today. I didn't trade the E-mini. I did trade Nasdaq. A very good trade here at the support one. So I'll do Nasdaq only in 1 hour, then after I move on, so we don't waste time. Went down. We'll break support 1, come near support 2. We'll hold it, come back to 1, and I'll start to play a little bit here. Went back up and retesting it. At the opening, we just bounced off it. We have a failure here and keep going up. So basically, I traded from here all the way up to the pivot point, and I call it a day. That's all I needed. So I did really trade around from here all the way up to the pivot, exact by the pivot, by the BIP, and I exited and I just went to do some other things I will take care of, my house, talk to my family, all stuff. Then I come back and I saw the market around here. I didn't really want to get in again. I think I call it a day. That's it. It was a very good rejection here, a failure, a big failure. Come and breaking the pivot and continue back up all the way up to here. A small pullback, of course, is must be. Then we're gonna break higher. We tested the R1 and we're coming back down now. The reason being is really a nice momentum up. We have to see some retracement. See how far you can go down first. I could maybe enter again, but let's see. If we give a pullback continuation, we're not far from the all-time high, so it's really a good trade here. From that bottom, actually, go give you first push up, pull back, buy the book 50%, and push back, major move. A, B, C. See that? Very nice. Maybe ABC here, continuation back up for tomorrow. Let's see if it's going to continue or not. Right? Back to the daily quickly. But looking at the daily, guys, we're not far from the moving from all-time highs. Basically, that was the previous one. We had a nice dip down here to the moving average, supported, coming back up all the way to the trend line, bounce down, test the breakout, and we're going to continue differentiated to 1650. So 11,650, right? So that's what I'm looking for now. I'm looking for continuation back up. Basically, we break out, retesting it. I have a nice failure here of continuation down. It was lovely today. I think tomorrow is going to continue, and let's see that's going to pay off or not. Probably we're going to be long only. I normally try to long it only, not to short it. I'm going to short it only in crisis like coronavirus and stuff like that. If something major happening, this is a very nice failure here. Very nice. That's going to be major move, guys. At least here and continuation. We got a couple of target, 12,400 or 500. Make it simple. On 11,000 first, 650, then 12,500. So it's very good. It's really keep climbing up every day with non-stop. So if S&P 500 move 1 point, Nasdaq will move 10. So it's really, really good asset to trade. Looking at gold. I talked about gold before. I already add another 25% of my position here. I had one here, and I have one here, and that's one here. I already exit some at my first entry, and I left my first one still running, but I exit 2 positions and I move down, and that's definitely going to continue. The reason being I'm a little bit skeptic here is if stock going up, dollar getting weaker. Okay, so that's the thing. At the same time, it could just bounce up the stock, bounce up to the all-time highs and go down big, and that's when dollar is going to be strong. Then that's why I'm calling this A, B, C, D. Right at this red level, that's where we could really go there. But the follow-up of this big momentum down 50% or more, which is I talked about this level to be tested and bounce from it. That's what we did exactly. So tomorrow's Friday. Let's see what's going to happen on Friday. We're going to have another dip down, at least to these lows, or maybe a little bit lower. Let's see. Just keep in mind, if the stock going up, remember that it's a story. The story is stock going up, dollar go down. Stock going down, dollar go up. It used to be 2019. It used to be stock go up, yen go down. Stock go down, yen go up. Okay. So now is the opposite. Remember that. Right, because of coronavirus. Cash, everyone look for cash. So the silver, I'm looking at silver 50% right here. We're above the 50% level. We bounce above it, come back, we support it from this candle here to this high, around 50%. Looks like it's been respected, but maybe we just consolidate here before we go down more. If gold go down, silver will follow, of course. So all metal, it will follow gold. Bitcoin will break up here, looking failure, looking like a very big failure here. The follow up, one big candle on a daily, but we still inside candle today. We didn't really leave the previous day candle momentum. So we're really still inside it. We're above the 50% of that candle itself as well. And that's a completely different strategy, guys. I have so many strategies, and I'm using them all at once. So see which one is going to win. Okay, there's a inside candle strategy. There's a pivot point strategy. That's 20 moving average strategy. Candlestick strategy. pattern strategy, failure strategy. It's so many strategies. And I'll try to do that. I'll give you maybe one of them or two. I'll make a purely video for it in the future. So let's see when I'm going to do that. I'm trying to do it hopefully the coming week. So yeah, it's a failure. We're inside the range as well, and we inside candle. We're above the 20 moving average. You see so many variable you need to keep your eye on, not only candlestick. It looks great, looks a pushback, retracement, pushback definitely is going to happen. The reason being, today is not good enough to override 2 days momentum down. We had a how many days? 1, 2, 3 days up, 2 days down, override it, bounce back up. Guess what? It's going to be sold. The first pullback is going to be sold. That's indicating of dollar can be stronger. Okay. Oil really is not moving. There's no point for me to talk about it. It's like I'm repeating myself. We're above. We're at the high channel from the top channel, bottom channel. So we're still above the 20 moving average. When that moving average break, retest, continue, then I will take that trade. Other than that, I'm not touching it. Dollar index, a nice failure. I talked about that before, guys. I did take it from here when it was nothing here before. Okay, there was nothing here before. I told you that's my marker here. We have a failure, 2 failures, right? I have a big one down here, and now we try to test 50% of the momentum, and it looks like we're going to hold here. Let's see if it's going to hold the 50% of that day, or is going to keep going up. Sorry, go down. I know that I can go down because on the weekly, so big momentum up, come back down sharply, sharp momentum down, pandemic of course. That's the pandemic, back down now, way below the pandemic starting point, pandemic back to normal. Then guess what? Market continue from here, like keep going down. So let's see if it's gonna come back up here, reaches the 50% of this momentum. So if we cancel the pandemic, right? Because when the pandemic, the stock market went down, dollar went up. So if we cut this piece away and we calculate from here, so we'll be looking for pullback. So I think that pullback it could be playing here on weekly. It's a completely different view, guys. But I know you look on the daily and small time frame, but think about it. That's if you cancel the pandemic, market went down here and continue down. So we'll be looking for pullback at least to this green line. Let's see if it's going to be successful or a failure. Okay, so let's see. Anyway, at the moment it can actually go back up a little bit, retest the previous week here, or break out of this kind of range I draw already on the daily. If we break out of this range, continue back up, let's see how far it can go. I don't think it's going to go too far. I think it's going to come around here, give a head and shoulder pattern, break out, confirmation, continue down. Something similar to this. Neckline, here you go. Shoulder, head, a shoulder, and break down. The head and shoulder, it's a high, 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 low, 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 high. Bang, break out. That's what the head and shoulder is. We just say head and shoulder because a simple way to say it. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder, neckline. Guess what? It's a channel. Break out, retest, break out. See, it's a channel. But you make it simple because you don't remember the pattern quickly, so head and shoulder. Okay. Euro is look like euro is like failure here, guys. I like this failure. Let me put a box. I'm gonna mark this low and this high. I'm gonna make it red. Something to be clear to see. So that candle, that's the first push up, and that's the second push down from this momentum. Okay, that's why I draw my candle. That's how I do it. There's nothing you can read somewhere else. That's how I do it. Then I will calculate from here, see how far it can go up, how far it can go down. Breakout, continuation. That's my direction. Okay, the range, middle of the range is going to be my middle. So you see the middle, even if it's been respected here, we had a failure, come down to the middle, push, hold in a little bit, probably going to continue back down to have another failure here. If dollar index go up. Okay. Dollar bound looks stronger than yen, than euro. So basically, we have up momentum, down momentum, come back up again now. Probably gonna pull back here on Friday and continue back up. I'm still have a good faith on pound 135, then 140, then 145. I'm talking about 150 before 2020 finish. I'm not bidding on it, but that's the target I'm looking for to be hit sometime in a couple of months or maybe more. Okay, so sideways, confusing of course because it's dollar weakness, strength, and all this stuff. But looks like we could hold here, went down 50% of the range, bounce back up outside the box, pull back, small pullback, and continuation. Very much can happen. Pound alone, not even. So I'm talking about pound be strong. That's the 20 moving average. Is going inside the range. Is moving inside the range, which is a good thing. So if we play a little bit here, come test it. That's going to give you 50% of the range. Then we'll bounce back up. Okay. Pound yen, same story. See that pound is strong itself. Pound is just pushing up itself because you see that if his yen is strong, then yen will be like 50-50. It will be around here. We saw so far we're outside the range. That's the way I traded. So we saw outside the range, just sideways. It's still confusing for me. There's a small tiny box here. If I draw that from the closes, okay. So as long as we still inside this box, there's no really momentum for me yet. When we break out of it, then I will be taking it up. Pound Aussie. Market pushed up, but look at that. Pound is still strong against Aussie. Aussie is weak. Okay, so pound itself is pushing, which is a very interesting pattern. It's still inside the range here. Tested the bottom many times. That's what I'm worried about. Tested many times here. Try to break. Now we try to break one more up. Well, maybe we're gonna have a failure. Then we'll push back down quickly, then back up quickly. So it could push down next, because if the stock want to S&P 500 want to go all-time highs again, probably gonna come back touch the 0.856. Then we could come back strong up there. So still no trade for me here, so I will just stay on the side. You can go to the 5-minute and trade the 5-minute price action, right? We're hugging the pivot. You see that? Bounce below it and break higher. You could do that. Okay. Above this is a good trade. Below that, you look for a failure. Consolidation here. You know, happy about it. I will not be happy about it. Come back above the pivot. Look, you come back down. Test the pivot. Go down. I'm okay with it. Now look what happened. Went above the pivot, retest it, and boom. So the pivot point is very important. Just keep that in mind as well. Right, move on. Pound New Zealand. That's a massive move. I love this. I'm not on it, but I'm trading Nasdaq, so Nasdaq is quite okay for me. It's better. Is giving me a good point than the pips of here. This is almost 1,000 points from the breakout. 1,000 pips, sorry. No, it's right now is a 900 pips. If you would take a trade from here, you manage your risk properly. You only risking 400, say 400 pips, and you make a 900 pips. Good deal. You reduce your lot sizes. New Zealand is weaker than Aussie, so remember that. When New Zealand gets stronger, it becomes stronger than Aussie, but when it become weaker, when the stock start to get weaker, New Zealand starts first before Aussie. So this is an indication that Aussie is going to be weak as well soon. Then they're going to give way to bound to push back higher. So imagine that we push down, we'll come back up about 50, almost 50% of this red resistance. I think we're going to see some pullbacks, maybe near this trend line, then we'll come back up again. This pair is moving very big, so be careful. Bound CAD, sideways, you see that, bounce up here, holding. I'm expecting that to continue back up. We'll have a bigger picture, 1, 2, I'm looking for 3. Major move, a little bit higher. So around this level, probably will come retest the 79, maybe the 80s. So let's see if that's going to happen or not. But so far sideways, bound is strong, but CAD is holding a little bit stronger. Of course, we saw oil pushed up. Here as well, bound strong, but still really I don't like this pair itself. I'm not gonna repeat myself, but we're still inside this range. We're not trending really. Altogether, we're not trending. So we're still stuck inside this range. We're right in the middle of it, and you see that is not really giving you a direction yet. We could hold here, go down from here, or maybe break through, retest, continue. Okay, this is it, guys. Thanks very much. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, like, leave a comment, join the Discord server, and put some signals, talking. We can talk one-to-one if you want, only in free times. But over the weekend, if you really want to do that for real, sometime I'll pop up on the weekend and I will come. I can talk for maybe half an hour to 5 people. Okay, thanks very much, guys, and take care. Have a good day. I'm probably gonna do a video tomorrow. Cheers. Thanks. Bye.